Surprise, buddy! Welcome to Giga territory! Hey everyone, welcome back to Aliens on Toast Gaming, and welcome back to the Isle. And this is kind of a special video, because today we are playing as the Giga, and we're currently playing as a female Giga on the Empress Wilderness Isle server. What that means is we get a custom skin, we get to go hunting in a realism type setting. We basically have to try and stay alive. And at the moment we are in hunt mode. We are very much in need of food. I spawned pretty recently, which means we're going to have to fill that belly of ours at some point. But not only that, I also wanted to take this chance to talk about some of the recent updates in the Isle, specifically the Giga related ones. As some of you guys may know, there was a bit of a reveal as to what the new Giga is going to sound like, what it's going to look like, and what's going to happen to the old Giga. So essentially, the new Giga is going to sound pretty much identical to the old one, which was kind of a source of a lot of contention, I guess. And I've never actually seen these rocks before. Cool. So yeah, the old Giga, or this Giga, the current Giga, is going to be used as the sub-adult level Giga. So think of it as what the current sub-adult level of Rex is. That is what this guy is going to be. And the new Giga, which I'm going to put up on screen now, looks kind of like a cross between an Aloe and a Giga. So it's got it's got that crest, it's got the big underjaw jowl thing. There's a lot of stuff going on with the new Giga, and it's just beastly looking. One thing I've noticed that the modelers have been taking into account with these new dinosaurs is that they're giving them longer tails, which some people might find a little bit weird, but the current tail length of these dinosaurs isn't quite right. And not because it's not anatomically correct. Like, from what we know, it's pretty much correct. However, to balance out the front end of a lot of the carnivores, such as the Rex and such as the Giga in this case, we're gonna have to stretch out that. Basically, we're gonna have to stretch out the tail to balance it out, because the Giga is one fat lady, so she's gonna need to balance herself a little bit more. But the Giga is not the only update I wanted to talk about. I also wanted to briefly talk about the teaser that was released in regards to one of the weather elements that's going to be implemented in the Isle. It's also one of the things that's going to take the longest, and one of the reasons why there's been no updates or no major updates for so long. And that's simply the fire. That's the wildfires that are going to be added to the game. So I'm going to chuck up some footage from that at the moment, because the wildfire looks incredible. If I could say one thing about it, it is that it looks realistic. I mean, if I was going to add a fire to a game, this is what I'd want it to look like. And one of the things that's really interesting is that they've said that lightning will not start fires. So there's going to have to be some other element that is included in the game which starts fires, whether that's the humans or whether that's maybe one of the numerous weapons that are in the game, or even maybe one of the hypo breeds of dinosaurs. It's possible that maybe one of the crazy hybrid streams is able to do something with heat or fire or gas or something along those lines. Who knows? Because they're taking in that hybridization and they're taking it to new levels, we don't actually 100% know what is going to cause, what kind of genetic mutations are going to be caused in this game. And it means that there's going to be some real interesting elements that come out in the future. But if the rest of the weather looks as good as this fire does, I think I can probably wait for the cool updates that are going to come along with it. And like, I think that they're doing the right thing by kind of taking their time with it. There's nothing worse than like getting an update and you feel like it wasn't quite ready to be released. And I think that's one of the things that the Isle's done really well recently, is that they have made every release kind of feel worthwhile. And every kind of big update that's happened, and I say that, big update that's happened, some of the smaller ones I felt a bit like, you know, kind of like, I could have waited for that. but some of these larger updates, they felt like they deserved an update, that they needed that update in the end. So I'm looking forward to the weather updates. But as for this game, I'm currently playing on the Emperor's Isle. I'm currently playing with a custom skin. This lovely kind of, it's almost black and white. It's kind of got that, and I don't know what is going on with my frames at the moment. Actually, I might just check that quickly. I might have something open that I shouldn't have, like Premiere or something. But then we'll get back to kind of adoring this skin because I love it. Ah, so much smoother. I did have Premiere open. Okay, so now we can truly appreciate the majesty of this skin, and it is beautiful. The modders have done an incredible job of actually implementing some of these, and these are the skins you don't get to see that often because there is an Apex limit, which means it's extra special that we get to hunt it at Apex today. So I'm looking forward to using this newly refurbished Giga to hunt something. Maybe we'll hunt something large enough that it actually gives us a challenge, and not just like an Ava or a Dryo or something. Like, if we could get a Kana or an Aloe, that would be fantastic. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy watching this guy, or this girl, walk along the forest. Just basically patrolling her royal limits. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so I have no idea where food is at this point. I haven't heard anything roaring around. I haven't seen anyone moving about. Everyone's kind of playing stealthy at the moment. I don't think that's because they know there's an Apex on the server. I think that's just because it's that time of night, or in the Isle's case, that time of day. People are a little less active than they could be. So what that means is we're going to have to roam around a bit more to try and find food. So hopefully there's maybe other carnivores doing the same thing, kind of patrolling these grasslands, like the herbivore fields, looking for a little herbivore, like eating its own weight in food, essentially. Hoping to stumble across something that they can eat. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be heading off. I think we'll head off in this direction. We'll try and see if we can get ourselves some food over here, because I believe there's some water over here. I think that's like Pride Rock and stuff over that way. I may be way wrong on that. That may be the other kind of Great Plains that are about the place. But hopefully we stumble across some food soon, because if this Giga dies, no matter if it's to hunger or, you know, I accidentally fall off a cliff, if this Giga happens to be killed, that is it. We do not get to respawn as a Giga. It is worse than progression because we cannot progress our way back up to Giga and just play again. We cannot just be nested in as a Giga. We are essentially screwed. We have to wait probably more than another week to even get a chance at playing as the Giga again. So, we need to find food. It is more than just a time crunch and an annoyance finding food. It is literally a matter of we play as the Giga or we don't. Or in this Giga's sense, life or death. So we need some meat soon. Ooh. Ooh. We have something over here. We have an aloe, and we can definitely snack on an aloe at this point. What we might try and do is we might try and get up to the top of this hill very carefully to see if maybe we can survey the area a little bit and see where this guy is. Because it would be nice to actually get some sort of ambush happening. Oh, we're at the swamp. That is perfect. Okay, well let's see if we can see this aloe from up here, because he definitely came from this direction. So let's just take it nice and slow and try our best not to fall to our death, because that would be bad. And I'm just realizing that I just said we need to take it really carefully, and now I'm just walking down the side of a goddamn cliff. Probably not the smartest thing I've done today. That looks like the smoothest way down. Let's do that. And I can't see this aloe anywhere. But we do need water. We don't need it as drastically as we need food, but we will need a drink very soon. So it looks like we've made it down here okay. Hopefully we can get some sort of ambush happening on this aloe, and I don't want to storm in there. I want to take this nice and slow, and I want to be able to surprise this aloe. That would be the best way to take him on, because I think that an aloe has more stamina and more speed than a Giga. So we're going to have to get pretty damn close to actually have a chance of hunting this guy. Essentially, we have to behave like a solitary lioness at the moment and get essentially between nose to tail length away from our prey. We need to surprise it. We need to get that ambush. So let's just take it slow, take it calm, try not to spook them before we get there, because that is the last thing we want. Ooh, 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 I see him. I see them. That is a really bad position for us, because that aloe is very much out in the open at the moment. Yeah, hey buddy. Hey buddy. And I guess that means we're gonna have to either wait for them to leave the water. You can see them just through that hole in the trees there. So we're gonna have to maybe wait for them to leave. Oh, that is perfect. They're coming straight here. If they come this way, we have a perfect ambush situation. Maybe not perfect, because there's a little bit of a dip there. I don't trust that. But, oh no, they seem to be just like kind of staying out in the open out there. Maybe they know that there is a Giga around, and they're taking things just as carefully as we are. So let's try and keep these trees between us and them moving quietly and slowly. Let's see if we can get ourselves a delicious bit of aloe food to satiate this apex appetite of ours. Okay, so the aloe is actually coming back over. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see this because my face cam is usually up in that direction. Actually, it's just here, possibly? I don't know if I'm doing that right, but it's just over at that end of my camera, and the aloe is walking straight in this direction. I've decided to just hole up at these trees and hope that this aloe walks just that little bit closer. Essentially, if they get even close to this tree just in front of us, that weird little curved tree, we can launch our ambush. So all they need to do is kind of cross the water here and head off towards me. Also, if they sit down, or I guess, yeah, if they sit down, they are also quite an easy target. We just need to keep an eye on them. I think they may be sitting down at the moment. I don't know. This is far too open for my liking, because it means that aloe could quite easily get away. But we've got time, so we might just wait a bit and see what happens to the aloe. Okay, so new plan. The aloe hasn't moved. The aloe is still down there, and very soon we are going to get a massive advantage. We are going to have the sun to our backs, meaning that we are just going to be a black shape on a black hill. So what we may do is we may wait just a little bit longer for that sunset to happen. Wait for nighttime just to start rolling in, and for the aloe to have to use its night vision for us to strike. So we don't have to wait that much longer. The sun is setting at the moment. So as long as that aloe doesn't take off, we should be good. So now it is just once more a waiting game. Okay, so we've got the shadows to our back, which means it's probably a good time to start moving down. However, we're not going to be completely invisible, so it might be a good idea for us to head down to that kind of bent tree down there to see if we can get some cover before heading in. I mean, we don't want to give up the element of surprise. That's not what we want to do. And oh, the aloe is moving. The aloe is definitely moving, and he's coming straight towards us. This could actually be the best news we've had during this hunt. That is perfect. Man, they're coming straight here! And like I said, if they get close to that tree, we can launch the ambush. And I think that's exactly what they've done, so... Surprise, buddy! Welcome to Giga territory! Oh, you better scream. You better scream, bud. Can we get close enough to actually launch a bite? Oh, yes we can! That was a bad turn, buddy. Oh, can we get him? Yes! Yes! We have ourselves a fine feast indeed, which means we are not going to be starving today. Holy crap, we used up all of that stamina too. That is incredible. Oh, what an ambush! My heart is racing. Can we eat this guy? Oh, we may need to relog, but that's fine because that was incredible. Hopefully this is not the end of the hunts that we will have as the Giga, because if they're going to be anything like that, and I'm planning for them to be, I want to make some good, decent kills as this guy. And hopefully we can get something that's interesting and not just little cannon fodder. But anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next episode of The Isle. Bye!